No empire lasts forever, and many see the coming years as a time of trial for the United States, as China, Russia, and other geopolitical rivals jockey for position in the new multipolar order of power. However, some defense analysts say that World War III lines aren't just being drawn, the battle has already started. Here are 3 reasons why World War III has already begun. Number 3. The missile launch. In the early morning hours of October 2011, a helicopter pilot for a local news affiliate sees a mysterious missile launch off the coast of California. Numerous witnesses describe a long plume that rose miles into the sky above Los Angeles. Defense officials in Washington scramble for answers, but neither the Pentagon nor the Department of Defense can account for the launch. Some military analysts say that this was a blatant warning by the Russians or the Chinese, demonstrating a new class of submarines. A nuclear missile launched off the Pacific coast would destroy major cities like LA, San Francisco, and Vancouver in 5 minutes or less. Even if the warhead wasn't armed, why would the US government try to play down the incident? Some military analysts say it's because both sides are trying to test out their adversaries' defenses. Consider number 2. The Bay Area Blackouts. Milpitas, California. It's a PG&E power substation on June 4, 2011. In the early morning hours, a group of clandestine saboteurs launched a daring attack on a Bay Area substation. Using sniper rifles and industrial-grade bolt cutters, the attackers systematically disabled and destroyed the substation's cooling systems, responsible for routing power to nearly 6 million residents of the Bay Area. What's really scary was the level of precision. This was a coordinated attack by seasoned professionals. Even the bullet casings were filed to avoid identification. The attackers spent an hour methodically firing rounds into the transformer and cooling tower. The area had been carefully scouted and sniper positions were laid out with cairns of rocks. Utility officials were able to route power around the facility just in time to avoid a blackout. But was this, as many analysts say, a dry run? Number 1. The Rod of God. Tianjin, China, August 12, 2015. A series of explosions rocked the Chinese port city of Tianjin. Chinese officials blamed the blast on a chemical fire. But some theorists believe the destruction was delivered by a new US superweapon called the Rod of God. A tungsten rod is released from a low-orbiting satellite and reaches speeds up to 5,000 miles per hour. The rod will obliterate its target and leave a sizable crater with no explosive residue or traceable parts. The first explosion in Tianjin occurred just before midnight, and the initial blast had a force equivalent to nearly 3 million tons of TNT. According to Chinese investigators, there was no sign of foul play or any missile wreckage. Satellite-based imagery of the site reveal a sizable crater which some experts say are consistent with this secret space-based weapon. Whether it's a missile launch off the coast of California or a new space-based weapon, is it possible that we are living in the early throes of the biggest war our planet will have ever seen? Einstein once said, "I don't know what weapons they'll use in World War III, but the next one will be fought with sticks and stones." Keep an eye on the news with this filter in mind, and it might give you a whole new perspective on current events. Subscribe to Decagon and join our growing community.